Because he was like, the way he started it, I saw a few videos on how he started. He just started saying, look, I'm just going to start building rockets. He just grabbed a few people. Like, what?
At college, he was staying with the Founder Institute founder. I'm sure if you know A.O. Ressi. So he was he's sort of CEO or founder of the Founder Institute, which, is a startup idea stage accelerator.
Right.
And their sort of initial idea was, well, how do we get humans back to space at least? Well, let's try to figure out how to do a PR stunt and essentially have this little mini greenhouse with an actual plant on it.
I heard
and
about that.
Land on Mars. Have that, the money shot of the Martian sunset with the green plant in the front as the sun sets over Mars. But in trying to do that, he actually went out and tried to make this happen. So he went over to Russia,
get some ICBMs,
Russia, and he tried to get a couple of rockets. And he was like, well, can I get two? They thought he didn't have the money, so they canceled the deal. And he flew back and was like, I think I found a bigger problem to tackle. The reason why is not because we've lost the will to go back to space. It's because it's too freaking expensive to go to space.
What do you think prompted these privatized companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin to start space exploration themselves? Because it's a very expensive venture.
Well, it's pretty rare. Elon and Jeff Bezos have a lot of money. So Elon sold PayPal for $100 million.
Two or three, okay, yeah.
And so he spent $50 million on Tesla and $50 million on SpaceX.
Right.
To create those companies. And he thought, both had about 10% chance of succeeding. Right, the period.
That's good investment.
I can still live. Money doesn't mean anything for me anymore. So those two ventures, they ended up both succeeding after DFC and all that sort of turmoil they went through. So lots of hardship, divorces, going broke and having to borrow money from his own friends. So Elon Musk went through all of that.
He came to a point, I think, it was like December in the early 2000s, where it was just like he was about to cave on everything. I think he had one more launch. And then the rocket made it, and then he got the NASA contract to, I can't remember what the contract was, but it was 1.6 billion or something.
Wow!
And that saved everything.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, it was pretty hard. And the reason why people do this, right? You asked earlier was, well, because they can, and secondly, they love space, and third, the first trillionaire to be born will be involved in space exploration or space entrepreneurship. If you think about all the things that you could do, having that space launching capability, one, it's pretty much a natural monopoly, right? So once you have it, once you're able to do that, it's more efficient for all of the people to go to you because your cost of delivery is so much lower because you have that sort of run rate.
I was just going to say, to your point about how the cost, I mean, there was this Russian thing, the Soyuz, right? That was the cheapest way to refuel the ISS until SpaceX stepped up.
Yeah.
10 mil rocket. Yeah.
It was embarrassing. Like, NASA couldn't refuel its own space station.
Wow.
It was that bad.
Yeah, so the Americans are going to the Russians to, paying them to,
how old was the Soyuz?
Enemies.
Yeah, exactly. The Soyuz is like 50 years old.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be interesting to watch bring them home on the 1st of August, man. Those two astronauts that went out.
Yeah, but they'll probably want to go back. They'll be like, I have to stay locked in the house. Well, I think they're pretty much safe. I don't think they need to get tested for COVID, but...
I think I heard Elon Musk say in an interview somewhere that he just wants the human race to become a multiplanetary species, was it?
To evolve a little bit.
Multiplanetary species,
Yeah, because if something catastrophic happens here, like a meteor, like a asteroid hits or something like that, it's like put our eggs all in one basket.
Well, he says the dinosaurs didn't have a space program.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Well, due to what's going on right now, he's got the right mindset. What if Earth becomes compromised? Well, it kind of is.
Because there's, you'd read the Facebook feed and you'll see something amazing. Like, because I post a lot of amazing stuff, especially from your Facebook feed. And I'll get the odd person saying something like, this actually it was one of your posts. It was something like, why are we doing this when we've got people dying here on Earth? I mean, if you have dedicated your life to space exploration, you can't just pivot and go and help people, starving people. You're not qualified to do it. You don't know exactly what you're doing. And to train you up that's just going to be, and I'm just thinking,
you're trying to find an alternative.
It's because I think it's either or rather than
right.
and.
Right.
Because if you think about the human race as a sort of what we, the money we have, it's really just an allocation of resources and energy. So if you think about like 100% being the total pool of human capital and resources and all the tools we can throw at something, right? Well, it doesn't have to be 100%,
in one direction,
eliminating one thing or another and foregoing another. It could be 1% space and 99% for the rest of humanity, right?
Yes.
Because if you think about it from an investment portfolio, you need the 1% just in case there's a rainy day, right? If the stock market goes ballistic, like on the 15th of March or GFC, where literally you lose all your money, right? This is why you have 1% as an insurance policy. You invest in bonds or Bitcoin or gold, right? Like something that
diversified,
is uncorrelated with everything else. So, that's the sort of same concept with space exploration investment. At least put 1% in space race as an insurance policy in case something wipes out the entire humanity. Then there's no poverty to eliminate because there's no more people.
Yeah, because we're going to need somewhere to go and a way to get there.